Class 6. Measurement of power in a single phase electric circuit. Okay, this is a very simple experiment but very important. You have already done this in your first year electrical lab, but still, since it is confused, there is some confusion because how to use wattmeter, how to use wattmeter for low range current and high range current, and selection of potential coil ratings, etc. I think that is why the same experiment is again included in your second year syllabus, that is fourth sem. So this is single phase electric circuit, supply, load, and meters. So ammeter is connected in series with the load, voltmeter is connected in parallel with the load or supply. See, ammeter and current coil of wattmeter both are similar. They are connected in series. Voltmeter and voltage coil of the wattmeter, PC means potential coil or voltage coil, they are connected in parallel. Always remember, ammeter actually has a current coil. See, ammeter has nothing but CC. This CC and ammeter both are similar. This PC and this voltmeter both are similar. But here we don't call it ammeter coil as current coil because it is understood. There is only one coil. Voltmeter coil, we don't call it as potential coil specifically because it is understood that it is a potential coil. But when you say wattmeter, it has four terminals, two for current coil M and L, and two for potential coil C and V. Note that for current coil you have to use only one or two number of turns. Kindly remove this bulb. This should not be there. Okay, this is the notation for bulb or lamp. The envelope, the circle should not be there. I will remove this and then put the figure once again here. The potential coil, you can write it as number of coils, number of turns, say 10, 12 turns, like this, like this, like this, or a number 2, 3 turns plus a series resistance or just a resistance. Potential coil circuit will have very high resistance, hence we show it as a resistance. But you can also show this as large number of turns. You can see here potential coil of wattmeter symbol. Let us see the image. See, you can show like this. Okay, current coil only one turn or two turns. For potential coil, more number of turns. Or a potential coil, you use resistance. Okay, some show here more number of turns also. Anyhow, here they have shown high resistance. See, they have written here high resistance, low resistance. Else, better always show one or two turns here. Some show like this. See here, current coil like this. Potential coil is shown as current coil, means more number of turns than this, plus a series resistance. So you can show in any way. Right. So initially S1 and S2 will be off. All the lamps will be off. Then close S1 and S2. Load the circuit by switching on lamps in step, and at each step note down all the meter readings in the table. Calculate W. Sorry, calculate yeah, W by knowing the wattmeter constant. See why the wattmeter constant? See, a wattmeter can have different current ranges and voltage ranges. If you select low current range and lowest current and voltage range, what reading you get in the wattmeter, write the same here or into 1. Say 400 watt into 1 is equal to 400. But if the wattmeter constant is something, say, see, we selected. Suppose say you have selected there 300 volts and 10 amps. This is UPF wattmeter, hence cos y is 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The full scale reading, what you will have in the lab is usually 1500 watt. So you will get this value as 3000 by 1500 will be equal to 2, which means the actual value is equal to the observed value multiplied by 2. So if you get 400, you should multiply by 2, will get 800. In lab, usually you will use 2 because you use 10 amps and 300 volts. So wattmeter constant is required because any wattmeter has more. Usually wattmeters have more number of ranges. Suppose say it has only one current range and one voltage range, then wattmeter constant or wattmeter multiplier, which is called as M, will be equal to 1. See, in a voltmeter you will have two terminals, but some voltmeters you will have three terminals, common and say 150 volts, 300 volts, because some voltmeters are dual range voltmeters. You have 0 to 150, 0 to 300 volts range also. Some have three ranges, 150, 300 and 600, 600 volts. So if you select lower range, the multiplier will be 1. Means usually the scale in a multimeter, in a voltmeter, okay, we will see the image, analog voltmeter image. Let us see, you will have image like this, analog voltmeter. Okay, this is analog multi range. Let us say multi range. Multi range voltmeters. Okay, and we are not able to see multi range voltmeters. Here you can see here. See, this is a multi-range instrument. Let us see. 1 second. See, this is a multi-range instrument. Okay, you can have here. See, this is for ohms. Okay, this is about multimeter. Okay. Similarly, you have AC. See, AC and DC. Okay, for AC, see here 0 to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is 0 to 30 scale. You also have 0 to 12 scale, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. In the multimeter, you will have a knob there to select range. In the knob, if you select the 12 volt, and if you see the 12 volt scale in the reading, see in the 12 volt scale, this is now 8, this is 10. So this will be around, this is 9, this will be around 8.8. But if you see in the 30 scale, this is 20, 25, 23, 21, 20, 20.5, 21, 21.5, sorry, 20.5, 21, 21.5, 22. So if you select their 30 range, you should see the reading also in the 30 scale. Then there is no need of multiplier, means multiplier is 1. But if you connect there in the, if you connect the, select the knob as 30 amps or 30 volts and observe the reading in the 12 scale, then see it how much it is, 8, 8.8. Then multiply 8.8 into by 30 by 12. 8.8 into 30 by 12. That is the multiplier here. Anyhow, so that is why there is watt meter multiplier. If it is a little bit difficult for you at present, okay, don't bother now. Let us see the class. If whenever you come there, fine.